respectable Coach Patrick. You gonna go up with Cameron?
Probably not. I'll give it a miss.
Okay, we definitely go down it though. Are you up high, Cameron? Yeah, I don't think I can go much higher. Well, I am.
Boulder, baby. Boulder. Oh! Now we're at the top here, Champions Park. And our lovely host, we were staying in Harlan, has told us if there's any cloud cover, be careful, don't go high. Where are we, Jason? Can we get any higher? I don't think so.
Yeah, I'm just hoping the lightning is attracted to colour because he's going to go straight for your jacket. Oh, look at you playing all casual.
What can I say?
So welcome to Champions Everywhere. We're here with Cameron Graves from New Zealand, 19 years old, a Lydiard disciple and a future coach in the making possibly. He did the certification program this weekend, and I've had the last week to catch up with him. Nice guy. So Cameron, you're gonna answer us a few questions. So yeah, I will. So, before you got into running, I understand you were a soccer player.
Yep, that's right. Ever since being 6 years old, so about 12 years of soccer playing, loved it, lived by it, played a couple of rep teams back home. Pretty much that laid the foundation for my running career. I mean, training 2-3 times a week, plus a game, gets you a bit of base in.
Yeah, so when did you start that, mixing it up with running?
I started running when I was 15, so I've been running for 3 years now.
3 years.
So at the start I was playing soccer and running, had to kind of jumble between the two, and in the end I decided running was the thing for me. I just love it, it's great.
Okay, so your frame, you've got a really big frame, like you got those long legs. Yep. So
that's right.
Is that an advantage? Some people have told you it's a disadvantage, but you think it's an
People
advantage.
People told me I'm too big, I'm too tall for long distance running, because most runners, you look at the top guys in the world, the Kenyans are small, they're like 5'8", that kind of height. But if you look at some of the meets in the past years, you see a guy called Craig Mottram, legs just like these, tall, head way out of the pack, and yeah, good to go.
Yeah, you're saying that you can step out really easy if you get boxed in, and
yeah, box and you jump over them.
Very good. So when you're a kid growing up in New Zealand, you got it's the home of Lydiard. So who are the guys that you sort of looked up to?
Okay, well, Kiwi guys, obviously Peter Snell, everyone looks up to him. He was kind of the forefront, the big guy of the Lydiard Foundation to start with. He was I guess you could say, one of the originals. Yeah. And he lived by Lydiard's rules of just big base training, followed by hills, and then you go to the track, anaerobic, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And in New Zealand, everyone does it.
Yeah.
With his whole lot of coaches. Barry McGee, he was one of Lydiard's best guys too, and all of his boys trained by it. My coach Paul Hamlin has adopted it ever since I can remember, so we've just been doing it.
And his coach as well, probably.
Yeah, his coach Chris Pallone, who coached Hamish Carter to win the Olympic gold 2004 Olympics. Okay,
great. So you've got some great experience there to work with. So this weekend we learned how to use Master Run Coach, and we got our Lydiard certifications, and here in Boulder, and there was many great Lydiard champions. So was there anything that had you starstruck, and who was great to meet?
Peter Snell, I've never met him or Rod Dixon. They were both there. They're both I guess you say gods in New Zealand running, and they're both really nice guys, both humble, both good to talk to.
Rod is humble, I don't believe that at all.
Maybe not Rod. Rod's a great guy.
Rod is awesome.
Stories.
He's got a lot of stories, yeah.
He's awesome, yeah, but they passed on some of their wit, some of the things they learned throughout their training, and it's great to hear from them.
Yeah, okay. And so tell us a bit about life around training. Like you've been running 3 years, and you started off in school. So how did you fit in training around school? What was school, 9 to 5 or 9 to 3 or something, or?
Yeah, school back home's pretty much 9 to 3. It's a 6-hour day. But yeah, it was difficult. Soccer, studying, trying to have a social life and training, it is difficult. You have to just sort your priorities out. If you want to be a great runner, you have to put in the time. Especially in base training, you're going to be out on the road, on trails, all kinds of weather. You're going to be running a lot, and it's worth it. If trying to get to the top, that's what you have to do.
Okay, so there's a lot of misconceptions that slow, long running, and it's not even slow, it's just steady running, and they think it's going to slow you down if you do too much of it, but and it does, but it builds up your endurance, isn't that right?
Yeah.
So what's your take on it?
I mean, in the Lydiard approach, you're going to have 12 weeks of just training it's not fast. You're going 6-minute miles, 7-minute miles, but it's strength building. And I'm sure if you went on the race to the track after that, you wouldn't be sharp, you wouldn't be quick. But that's just one phase of it. After that, you're going to be doing your hills, which gets your speed going, gets your strength going even more. And then you go to anaerobic, and you turn that base into speed, and then you're flying.
Yeah.
It's just one phase of it.
Okay, so how many phases have you done? How many different types of build-ups over the last 3 years? How many have you been able to fit in?
Okay. Well, back home we only have 2 seasons, which is great. So we can usually get in about 2 proper Lydiard phases in each year. So that's about a 20-week, I'd say, total of 20 weeks each phase from start to finish.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've just come over from New Zealand, just had Crossy Champs. So I've just finished the phase, finished a whole 20-week course. So I'm over here in Boulder now, just restocking the good old red blood cells.
Yeah, in your aerobic stuff.
Yeah.
How's the altitude affect you here?
That's great. I mean, I've been here 2 weeks and I'm definitely getting used to it. But the first couple of days, well, the first day you don't actually notice it. You come out, smack a run, think you're Zeus, think you're a god. But after a couple of days, you're tired. It's just as if you've been training a whole lot more than you have. It's a bit hard to breathe. As Jason found this morning, we're running, walking up, climbing up.
Yeah, where are we? We got a great view up here. These are the Flatirons. He was kicking my ass on the climb, and I was kicking his ass on the downhill because I'm a mountain runner by trade.
Awesome.
So tell us a bit about nutrition growing up. Did you have a healthy lifestyle, or was it very sedentary, or were you active as a kid?
Yeah, I was a very active kid. Could answer my pants the whole time. Play a bit of PlayStation as all kids do, but whenever I had the chance, I was outside playing with my friends, playing soccer at the park, just hanging out.
Okay. So what type of nutrition did you have? Like, did you eat junk and crap? I had a lot of crap as a kid, but I've cleaned up my act now. But
my parents weren't looking. I used to be a little kid in the pantry getting M&Ms, that kind of thing. But my mum was great. She always looked after me, gave me a good lunch, good nutritious dinner every day. Yeah.
So that's it. It's after your workout, what do you like to get into? I know you're guzzling down the chocolate milk by the litres here.
Yeah, apparently they've done studies and the chocolate milk's one of the best recovery drinks. Sugar, calcium, protein, all that. But I'll usually, after a long run or just a difficult training, go home, obviously get the fluids into me.
When you say fluids, just water, or
yeah, we're going to sponsor Raisies, and they make great electrolyte drinks. So obviously replacing all those, and then I'll get into a lot of the carbs and protein. So make a bit of French toast. Try my Jimmy Oliver in the kitchen.
I wouldn't say it's great. You're not a great cook, are you?
Not bad.
So we heard a couple of different people talking in the seminar, and we had Mark Cucuzella talking about minimalist running, and he showed us some great videos and some great people running. What's your take on minimalist running? Not necessarily barefoot, but just like low profile shoes, and do they work for you? Yeah,
personally I've only just kind of heard of this minimalist running approach, and a lot of people do say it's a good idea, and you would have seen documentaries on stuff overseas, people just train barefoot, and I believe if that's all you've ever done, that's fine, but if you've been brought up running in shoes and stuff, if you want to go to the minimalistic approach, you kind of have to slowly, gradual approach into it, because you can't just all of a sudden be running in shoes, because if you look at these, Nike Pegasus, the base is quite big, and I like that. I'm running a whole lot of miles a week, so I like the support. Like kind of the bounce gives you back, but if you're running in flats or bare feet every day, it's a whole lot harder. Your calves can tighten up, you need flexibility. Yeah. Personally,
And how many miles do you get out of a pair of shoes before you have to change them?
Pair of shoes? Well, luckily enough, I'm the Stride Academy and we're sponsored by Nike, so that's only been a new development, but probably get 400 miles out of a pair of shoes now, so that's pretty good.
400 miles, yeah.
Yeah.
It's not a lot. So that's how many every, that's what? You do, how many miles a week do you do at the
I'm
moment?
doing 100 miles a week, so we get I get 8 weeks out of 2 pairs of shoes, because we alternate every day, because you kind of just need to let the base rise again after you're running it.
So 100 miles a week, for a lot of people that's like, wow, that's a lot of training. Like, but do you feel it's a lot of training?
I've only been doing 100 miles a week for 3 weeks now. It was a bit of a step up. Previous to that, I've been doing 80 miles a week, and as a jump up, all I've been doing is doubling. So you run, say, hour in the morning, 90 minutes in the morning, and then you just go for easy 30-minute run. It's not hard.
Yeah.
It's just adding in that extra base, extra run.
So what type of paces are you doing for those 2 runs?
In the morning, depends. If I'm by myself and I'm just cruising, 6-minute miles, that kind of thing, depending on obviously where you're running on flat.
Yeah, we're metric in Europe.
Like
What's that in kilometers?
Yeah, we're in America now, man. It's miles. I'm kilometers. Well, I'm not sure.
No.
430 k's sometimes I get moving it.
Yeah, okay.
But yeah, on your easy 30-minute afternoon run, it's easy, man.
Yeah.
It'll be 5-minute k's.
Pretty easy.
You're just plodding along, seeing the legs turning over,
Yeah.
blood flowing.
Yeah.
It's all that. It's great, and I've been really enjoying it.
Okay, so what's the big race that you're peaking for this in November?
Yeah, I'm over in Boulder for 2 months, just training hard. Got a few track workouts, and I'm heading back home for a month. I got the Auckland Half Marathon back home, and then my big race this season is the Zatopek Classic, which is in Melbourne. It's predominantly a 10,000 meet, which all the guys from all over the world come. Last year I think it was won in sub 28 minutes, so it's obviously a big event. But I'm going to the junior men 19 3,000 meter Australasian champs. And last year I came third, I ran 8:11, and this year I'm going along hoping to break the New Zealand record, which is 8:01. Yeah, trying to go sub 8.
That's the junior New Zealand record.
Yeah, the men 19 junior record. It's my last year to get it. So.
Okay, who holds that at the moment?
Adrian Blinker, I think. Watch out, man.
Okay, and then after, what about the future? So where do you think your career is going to go? Are you going to be? You were in uni and then you dropped out for a year to do. Not dropped out, but you took a year out.
6 months. Yeah, I'm at Auckland Uni.
A year out.
I've taken 6 months out this semester. I'm going to do that every year. I mean, I have summer school back home. I have the first semester, and I'm training all through that, but it is hard. So every year I'm taking the second semester off, which is a 6-month period to go overseas and train. Hopefully next year I'm going to head to Europe, do some racing. But yeah, the long-term goal is to go to 2016 Olympics, Rio de Janeiro, hopefully the 5,000 meter. Yeah.
5,000
Be a
meters.
sub 13-minute guy, that's the plan.
That's the plan.
Whole lot of miles to do, thousands and thousands of miles to run, but I love it, it's my passion.
Yeah, you're looking forward to it. And then long term.
That is long term.
Yeah, no, longer term.
Long
Because you said to me, like, when I'm 40, I think I'm gonna start doing.
Yeah, okay. Well, obviously I want a good 10 years of track, so just before I turn 30, say I'm gonna start trying out a lot of different running. I mean, you guys back in Ireland are quite big into your hill running, mountain running, and yeah, it's great. It looks like a lot of fun. I've seen a few videos on YouTube of guys going nuts.
Yeah, hopefully we're
Jason showed me how you guys kick it back home, and it's cool.
Yeah.
It looks good, so I want to try that out, and then possibly do a few marathons.
Yeah, you thought I was nuts when I said that we'd run down a scree slope. It's not even scree; it's just pure boulders.
Yeah, it's nuts seeing the stuff you guys say you do. It's cool, man.
Yeah.
I think Jason could be lying. Who knows?
Yeah, I'll show you. Okay, that's great. So, is anybody you want to shout out to back home?
Nah, it's like the.
Is there a posse back home waiting for
Thank
you?
my sponsors, Nike Hair and Raisy's Nutrition. You guys are great. Helping the Stride Academy, Coach Paul, what's up, man? Everyone back home in New Zealand, peace.
How about Mom?
Oh, hey, Mom, love you.
Okay, thanks very much, Cameron.
See you later.